what's going on? Bringing you this video to discuss Minecraft's upcoming 1.20 Trails and Tales? Tales and Trails? I don't know. I think most people are just calling it the Cherry Blossom update, but the upcoming new Minecraft update may be coming out in June. Who knows? A lot of new features, and one of the features that I will be discussing in this video is the brand new armor trims. So I'll link a video down below, but a really good video about where to find them and their spawn rates and a little bit more on how they work. iCraft MC, he had a really good video, but one of the things I think he kind of left out, which was kind of probably just too time consuming, was really like, how good do they actually look? And so I'm hoping to bring you in this video a little bit more insight on what they all look like. But just to get into it, in case you really don't know anything about what these armor trims are. So in the new update, you're going to need one of these bad boys, forging table, whatever you call it. And basically what happens here is you'll have to find one of these in the wild. And so you can find these armor trims. They're all over the place in different biomes, in the different worlds, and nether, you name it, overworld, underwater, all these different places, and they're all kind of themed. So like the snout one is particularly related to like piglin bastions, the vex, and like the mansions. Like this one, the spire, this is from like the end cities, and so they're all kind of like a theme, and like the armor, which is just really, it's just aesthetic, it's just accents. You can just add accent colors to your armor. That's really all it is. And so basically what you do is you take your trim and you plop it in the first slot, and then you pick whatever material you want. There's only 10 you can choose from. It's most of these minerals here, and you just plop it there, and then you'll put your armor piece here, and it'll come out right there. And so basically then, one thing to note is that like these are a one-time use, and so some of these are insanely hard to find. iCraft mentions that some of these have an insanely low spawn rate, but you can make copies of them. Each one has a corresponding material that goes with them. In this case, this one, the wild armor, found in jungle temples. Jungle temples are known for their mossy cobble. But then you need 7 diamonds. A little expensive. Obviously not cheap, so you might be holding on to some of these for a while before actually doing anything with them. But if you're late game, which I think this is kind of intended for late game, then I mean 7 diamonds is chump change. But getting into like what do they actually look like, I'm gonna start off with ones you can avoid. So presumably everyone's shooting for netherite armor for max protection, whatnot. I just showed diamond here because diamond's the first attainable probably before you get netherite, as they are making netherite harder. But one of the ones you can I would say you can avoid just because I think it's lackluster is netherite on netherite. I think they should change this to coal maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's like too easy. But I feel like it makes more sense. It's kind of expensive. It's 1 ingot per each piece of armor. So 4 for a whole set. And so it just seems really expensive because as you can tell, like what you can barely see the changes. It looks like shadows on the armor naturally. Like this one, because there's more of it, yes. But compared to the other ones with the really bright colors, it really doesn't stand out. And second to that one, so you got this quartz here, which is nice. You know, the white's clean, really like pops with the grays and blacks of the netherite. But man, the iron, not what I was expecting. It's kind of dull. Where the other ones look shiny and bright, this one is really dull. And just like, what is the difference between it and the quartz? Like, I think this is what you're probably shooting for. Maybe you are shooting for grays. Maybe it is like the boots are an accent piece. I think that one's a miss. And unfortunately, I think the lapis is kind of a miss. I just don't think, again, it's just kind of dull. It doesn't really stand out. I mean, this deep blue color could be cool, depending on what you're doing, but I think it's kind of a miss. Like the diamond has that brighter blue, really pops, really cool. One I think is really cool is this amethyst. I mean, it is, I don't know, it's doing something. Kind of a useless block now, just like sounds cool, but like it could be pretty useful. Pretty cool. Gold, clean. I think we all kind of knew gold was going to look kind of clean. Copper, surprisingly, copper's not bad. Copper's not bad. It's doing something. One more thing I'll point out is this one right here, the rib armor trim. Pretty sure it's really hard to find. Found in the Nether. Again, peep iCraft's video. But it makes all the colors much like darker shade, almost matte. Really takes like the glow out of it. Some of them look cool, but like here, like the gold, like embery, it looks like copper now. Copper just looks kind of brown. I don't know. Like it's kind of cool how it like curves around the sides. You know, that quote unquote rib effect, but yeah, it's kind of missing. And so the other thing I'll point out is that like I think there's a chance to really mix and match. Again, like some of these helmets, I think there could have been a little more to it. Like Mr. Eyebrows right here, Mr. Ears right here, like a lot of them again are very similar, just minor changes. Like between these two, like the changes are so like so small, and so I think there's a chance to mix and match some of the cooler like chest pieces, like boom, like this eye, the shoulders, but like the helmet again, just eyebrows. What are we doing? But then you got this one where it comes around the side and it drops down on the nose piece or around the side, kind of like almost a crown like. So I think there's a chance to like mix and match some of these pieces. I'll try to go a little slower on the top of them. So if you're watching, I don't know. I'm assuming a lot of people will start making videos kind of like this, or if they haven't already, but like the aesthetics and not just finding them, but the aesthetics of what they look like and like what they're matching with. Because I mean, like this one, like. Like the boots and the pants I think are really cool. Gives a little more chainmail effect. Like this one, kind of neat little chainmail effect. But like racing stripe over the top, 4 pixels in the middle. You know, we could do a little better. This one, I think there's potential to match this one with other things. This one gives a little bit like suit look, but so basically I pulled over here. Is a mix and match set. Don't judge me. It's not perfect. But basically, we have the Tide, Snout, Vex, and Sentry armor. And I was just really looking for where the lines are going. And so, yeah, it is the one that has the ones on the top, but they do come down kind of nice and hit this centerpiece and swirl around before you kind of exit down the boots kind of clean. One of the other cool things, it works on all armor again. Chainmail, kind of neat. It like fills in the pixels or something like that. Like it kind of fills in the pixels. It's kind of neat. Like I don't know. Chainmail's kind of a hot topic, or I'd say like it's cool, kind of useless, not really strong, can't really make it. You know what I mean? Leather armor of course works. Kind of interesting. Surprisingly, turtle shell works. Kind of cool. Kind of gives me Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle vibes. I mean, if you're into like role playing and stuff, like could be kind of cool to try to get some green sets going or something. And of course, dyed leather armor. I think this is where different servers, mini games, role playing, anything like that, you know, dyeing armor and then giving an accent, netherite, quartz, emerald, and lapis could be really effective. Because a lot of these armors are really expensive, especially with netherite becoming harder. It's gonna be really expensive to make. So if you're really just trying to differentiate people between like clans or roles or anything like that, or like jobs or anything like that, it'd be kind of neat to dye armor and then give them a little more appeal to it. But other than that, I just wanted to bring you this video, kind of discussing what things to look out for, what things to not really look out for. Like if you're really interested in this one. This one is the eye. It's found in the stronghold right before you hop in the portal in one of the chests there. Again, peep iCraft's video. He drops every location and what chest to find them in and stuff like that. But other than that, appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.